on the church folk. The folks that thought they had it all together, but really didn't. Oh, he was hard on them. But the woman that was caught in adultery, he showed so much compassion on her. But the brother that prayed, I'm glad I'm not like this publican here. Oh, Jesus was hard on him. If you find yourself in a place where you need him and you recognize it, this is what we talked about the other night. He comes to you when your heart is humble. I heard Donna McClurkin say it like this. Jesus was teaching, and when he got done, he was just kind of sitting around, and the children came out and started playing with him. They began to play with him. And when they saw the children playing with him, his disciples were like, oh, no, leave Jesus alone. Don't mess with him. He's the anointed one. Y'all leave him alone. And Jesus got mad and said, suffer the little children to come unto me. Allow them to come to me. Because if you don't come to me like that, you won't have any part in my kingdom. We can't get so rigid against the people of the world and be so harsh that they don't want it. Come on, church, come on! I don't want to go with you. I mean, seriously. You hanging out at the mall. You single, right? You single. I'm sorry, baby. Did I hurt your wrist? Yeah. I'm so sorry. You single, ladies. You hanging out at the mall. You just doing your thing, eating, Annie's, pretzels, whatever. And some dude walk up to me. We going out tonight. No, we not. Yes, we is. No, we ain't. It don't work like that. You have to learn how to show, we have to learn how to show compassion. We can't give God's message out like this. Just cutting people up and sending them out. Not allowing the love of God to take root in them. Because what we'll end up with is disjointed church, which is exactly what we have. The reason why the church is disjointed, there is no unification. The whole purpose was there was no unification in Israel. Because there was no unification in Israel, they couldn't conquer all of their lands. They began to kind of fight each other. Benjamin went into war with Dan, and they stole some idols, and it was sort of a civil war. And this is why I said, there was no king in Israel, so everybody did what they wanted to do. Okay? When the church embraces this philosophy and we become disjointed, I'm not even talking about denominations. That's another subject. But I'm talking about church to church to church to church. Local churches not being unified for the sake of the gospel. Okay? There is no disputing the gospel. The gospel is not up for theological doctrinal debate. It's not. The gospel is the gospel. Now, some of the other teachings that people differ on, okay, we can discuss that in the confines of love. All right? There are differences, and, and it is what it is. But we're not talking about the gospel. The truth of the gospel is the truth of the gospel. I don't care what church you go to. And if we can't express that, we become more concerned with our own traditions and with our own ways. That I would rather present you our way than present you the truth. And that just divides people. It cuts us up. There is no unity. And where there is no unity, there is no power. So then, I submit to you today, and I know it's kind of messed up. I'm starting you off this week with such a bummer message. But there is always good news. That if there's anybody willing to stand up for what's right and join together with others that believe what you believe and are willing to lay down your own pride, your own inhibitions, and tell the world what you know is true. And not just tell them the truth, but tell them in such a way that it compels them to go. See, compels means that I'm drawing you, okay? I'm moving you. I am, but you're coming on your own will, right? That's drawing, not pulling. See, that's against your will. And when we're pulling people into a relationship with God, then it's no relationship at all. We have to, Jesus said, go out into the highways, into the hedges and the byways, and compel men to come. Find a way to captivate them here and pull them in so that their heart will catch up with it. Not like this.